we are live. Okay, the red. This is the red light. The camera with the red light is the one I have to look at. I'm still not used to this. Hello, everyone. It's the 23rd of February, and we're not launching any game today. Would you launch any game during the launch day of Company of Heroes 3? Not a good idea. So we said, let's keep the day for now and prepare something big for next month. Hey everyone, hello Captain Alatriste. You're kind of the all-time returner to this show, so welcome back. Hello everyone. We have quite a lot of stuff to say today. Enzo just said to me, you have to chat a lot today because we don't have interviews, we don't have game launches, so it's going to be just an open chat with you guys. So if you have any question, if you've got any curiosity, just fire off. We're good. We're gonna try and answer everything. The main thing is I've got a guideline. I've got some stuff to say. There's quite a lot of things happening in March, and I'm going to sort of try to spill the beans on what we have up and coming. I'm going to say that there is a lot. We have consider that we have 7 or say 8 live franchises, and we have another 12, 14 games in actual active development. So it's quite a lot of things that we have to take care of all the time, but also a lot of things that we sort of keep secret for the future. It's going to be an interesting month of March because we got a lot of stuff releasing, but a lot of stuff that we are going to announce for the future as well. So if you've got any question, if there's anything you want to know about the upcoming releases, this is the time to ask, and I'm going to try and answer all of these questions. The first thing I want to say today is related to Master of Magic. Now, Master of Magic has been a great launch for us. We are very, very happy of how the launch went back in December. We have been working on with Muha Games. We have been working on this Through the Mirror update that is coming up next month. When we announced the update, we announced that I think last week already we said we're announcing to you that we have a new wizard coming. That's the Goblin Druid wizard that we have announced last week. Also, we have announced in the meantime more of the content of the Through the Mirror update. So the stuff that we're that's coming with the Through the Mirror update has been slowly announced over the last week. We have announced also another new wizard, I think yesterday, which is like Bianca, the Dwarven Runekeeper. That's another wizard we're adding to the roster. You're going to be able to play with the game when it comes with the Through the Mirror update when it comes out later in March. We've also announced 3 new heroes and champions. This is coming. I think we've announced this today or yesterday, and we're also announcing new things in the coming days. So this Through the Mirror is showing up to be something very, very big. Why we have decided to go for a free update? We have a sneak peek of the logo of the update. I didn't think it was coming. They didn't say to me. Why we're going for something so big and important? When the game came out back in December, we wanted to make sure that we wanted to form a strong community on the game, and we did so. The number of players on the game is constant. There's a lot of people keep coming back to the game and playing it and playing, countless hours. But the next step into the growth of the franchise for us has always been, let's make these people who are early adopters of the game happy and keep them engaged with the product. And before we went to sort of DLC, paid for DLCs and such, with Muha Games, we decided to go for a free update with a massive free update. It's the first time we actually do a massive free update like this one, and I'm very happy that it's happening on Master of Magic because it's a brand that we own, and it's also a brand that we want to nurture and grow in the future. So if you didn't buy the game yet. Just try it out now. But if you want to wait for this new update to come out, it's going to come in mid-March, and you're going to have a lot to have fun with this new Through the Mirror DLC, free DLC or whatever you want to call it. It's massive. It's really big. It's very much like you would something you would buy if you were a big fan of the game anyway. But we decided to give it away for free, which is very big step for us. As soon as we're kind of reluctant usually to give stuff for free because it's sort of like devaluing what you're giving away. So it's a big step for us, and we're very happy that we're starting it with Master of Magic. And a question from unpronounceable. I won't even try. Axis Operations 45 and Panzer Corps Pacific update, if you have one. Yes, we have. We have updates on that front. More updates are going to come in the coming weeks, but Pacific is definitely coming out this year, probably in the summer or late summer. 45 is definitely going to be the next one, the next DLC being released on Panzer Corps. We're also working on more content, free content for Panzer Corps. Flashback Games are working on a special gift to the community, as well as some additional content to play multiplayer and tournaments as well. And we don't have like fixed dates so far, but this is the steps going to be like free update with new content, then 45, and then Pacific. This is the overall timeline we're thinking right now for Panzer Corps. I'm curious if there is any news on Shadow Empire and Battle Sector original Twitch. Well, Shadow Empire, later I'm going to sort of give you a bit more information on when the next update is going to release. More light on me. Look at how shiny I am. Shadow Empire Oceania update is releasing end of March. That's the date for the DLC for the first DLC of Shadow Empire. I think we're almost finishing. I think we're close to Gold Master on that, so we're very much certain of that date. And on Battle Sector, more news. Oh, there's a lot of news for Battle Sector. I'm not allowed to say much, but so the game is now fully compatible with the Steam Deck. We have new faction in development. We have plans for two DLCs this year, plus one massive big update. And there's a nice article on PC Gamer today with an interview to Porter Bett at Black Lab Games, just been published. So there's a lot of information there as well, but it's very much what I'm trying to say. So we're working, the guys up there are working on planetary supremacy mode, trying to keep it fresh and also improving it as much as they can, and also working on more DLCs. We're also working on big surprises, of course, for upcoming events as well. Warhammer Fest has been announced. As you know, Warhammer Fest is the big event for Warhammer fans up in Manchester this year at the end of April, and we're going to be present there with a booth with a number of new stuff to play, a number of things that you guys are going to be very excited about. So don't miss out. I think it's the last week of April going into May. So that should be the date. So check it out on the Warhammer website, and you can subscribe and get tickets now, I think. Anything on Broken Arrow? Oh gosh, Drunk Unicorn. We had a lot of stuff happening for Broken Arrow until last week, so I don't think I've got more news than what we've said. So basically, Broken Arrow, we've got demo was massively successful. We have a new update, a new demo coming out which is going to be a multiplayer open beta coming out in the spring. So a new opportunity for you to play the game before it releases. And I think we're going to be staying quiet on Broken Arrow for a while. The only thing that we're going to publish in March is some sort of milestone schedule of what we're expecting to do in terms of development and when is the game approaching release. That's sort of in general what we're expecting on Broken Arrow. Can we know anything about Woo! Can we know anything about Rule the Waves 3? Rule the Waves 3 is I think it's now slated for an April, May release. That should be around sort of spring release. That's definitely in Q2. We were just discussing the manual today about Rule the Waves 3, so we're writing the manuals. The guys are writing the manuals as we speak, so it's coming up nicely, and it's approaching the end of the development cycle. That's where we are on Rule the Waves 3. We are going to have more news about Rule the Waves 3 as we approach release, but also check out the Matrix Mondays, which is when we are playing, war games with our streamers. That's when we also give more news about upcoming war games for Matrix specifically. Any news on the Battle of Britain game, please? Battle of Britain game, which is Scramble, I guess you're saying. Scramble is in a phase where we're sort of finalized the guys have finalized the actual loop, the gameplay loop of the game, the main gameplay loop of the game, which was the real objective of the first phase. Now I think we're still about 9 to 12 months away from release, so there's quite a lot yet to do. But this is an internal project. Everything is developed internally, and we've got our best programmers and artists, internal programmers and artists we're working on the game. So I'm really happy of what I've seen so far. It's just too early to sort of give more information, I guess. But there's a lot about customization and game modes and so on we're thinking about right now, and it's pretty exciting, to be honest, to have these conversations internally. I need Philochloric Kingdom shot into my veins. Is there any info? Well, the beta is active on Philochloric Kingdoms. You can apply to on the beta. If you want to have a shot into your veins, you might want to apply for the beta and check it out from as a beta tester, and give us some feedback as well. That'd be great. By the way, if we can check Cowlick 035 name on the chat and subscribe to the beta, we'll add you there and make sure that you're added as soon as we can to the next loop of beta testers. Next one for you, I've got Starship Troopers. As you know, we have launched a beta of the scenario editor. The beta has gone massively well. We already have something like 60 scenarios on the Steam Workshop display. There was a screenshot I was going to show you, but it was probably too early to show it to you because there's some work in progress stuff in there. But it's getting there, and March is approaching, so we are just weeks away from release of the Starship Troopers scenario editor. A massive, massive, massive thank you to everyone supporting the editor, anyone who's applied for the beta and given feedback, anyone who's built scenarios. We have to thank you very, very much. You are absolutely fantastic, and this game is just improving so much, which is great. I was saying before, I was asked a question about Panzer Corps. I didn't say this. There's a sale for Panzer Corps as we speak on Steam until the end of the week. So if you want to complete your collection of anything Panzer Corps, so even the old ones, you've got your opportunity to make your collection complete. That's including all the main game and the Axis operation scenarios as well. Other DLC projects for White 2? Philippe, no. My answer is, for the moment, no, we don't have a plan for that. Are the 2x3 games guys are working on other things that I cannot say, very exciting things and very interesting things, but we're not planning to release any more DLCs for what Ori is 2 yet. But it's quite a lot of very interesting things they're doing. Also stuff that's new and you haven't thought about maybe. So it's great. It's just very refreshing what they're showing us these days. So it's also very exciting. Could you update us on the relaunch of Battlefront combat mission titles? Captain Alatrista was going to come to that, but I'm going to summarize that at the end. The next combat mission game is releasing at the end of March, and that's going to be Battle of Normandy, Battle for Normandy, and the 3 DLCs for that. And after that, the plan is that we release a new game, a new old game every quarter. So you've got, I think we've got Red Thunder, yeah, still to release, and we've got Final Blitzkrieg. That's and there's another one, but I don't remember which one. But that's that's the pace, like one every quarter until the end of the year, and then we'll have caught up on all the games, and all the games will come out with the PBM++ tournament system and all such updates. So you're going to be able to play these games on multiplayer and launching tournaments and multiplayer games as well. News over campaign series East Front 3. I don't have any news on that. Philippe, I'm not giving you big news today. I'm sorry for that. No, I don't have any news on campaign series next games, unfortunately. Not as we speak, but next tea time, I promise I'm going to get more information and give it to you if I have. So stay tuned and come back next week. News about Headquarters World War II. Yes, Headquarters World War II. We are in the process of going through a big loop of changes, of final changes before we go into the beta. So it's going to take about another month or two before we get to the point where we're going to have an open beta and you're going to be subscribing to that. The next big thing for us is when we're showing it at the next Slitherine next event, which is our live event. And that's going to be, there's sort of the big reveal for the game where we're going to show all the gameplay, missions, and all kind of stuff. Another WeGo title. Well, we've just released, for the developer space, we've just released the last one. So I think if I understand well your type of games, Philippe, the next big thing for you is probably going to be the big update we have coming up for Flashpoint campaigns, Southern Storm. That's going to be the next big thing in the sort of the traditional wargaming area that we've got coming up. So I'm drinking a bit of tea here. How is that you posted stream schedule conflict so much with reality, Marco? Posted stream schedule conflict so much with reality. I think you're referring to what's your mod here, but I'm not sure, and I'm going to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have I don't have the answer to that question, but usually we try to be as accurate as possible, but I'll have to check that and get back to you. No, Philippe, I'm not saying that something that you already have. I'm saying that there's going to be a big update for Flashpoint campaigns. So that's something you don't have for sure yet. More news on today. Well, today, as we speak, I think if you go on Fanatical, you have access to a bundle that's about, I think it's $16, €16, 16 pounds, or 15. 12, sorry, $12. Thank you, Enzo. $12, 12 pounds, 12 euros. It's a big charity bundle, which includes also Filigree 2, Ancients, and Warhammer Gladius, Warhammer 40k Gladius main game. It's for a good cause. It's for mental health. If you check it out, it's on Fanatical, www.fanatical.com. and it's a great way of supporting a great cause, and we're happy to participate in this charity bundle. And with these two awesome games, there's quite a lot of stuff in there as well. So make sure that you take full advantage of it. I can see my titles in there in red, line number 4 and 6. Um, more news. Okay, so another piece of information that you might not know, that's stuff that's brewing. So if you have we have display of this crazy horrible March schedule that we've got coming up. So here it is. So next week on Monday, is it Tuesday? Tuesday we've got Eric Routin's streaming Distant Worlds 2 on our channel. This is also going to come up with information about when we release and what the content would be of Aurora update, which is the big final update that's going to bring the game to where it should have been, and plus a lot more when we release the game. It's also a celebration for the first year of release. It's been a year now, which seems like a lot of time, but imagine that we have released something like we have released hundreds of updates for the game. So I'm very uh, in, impressive number of the updates and improvements on the game. And we've seen that reflect into the reviews as well. So if any one of you has been reviewing the game with a negative review because of the technical issues and all such in the past, consider going back and changing the review because it helps. It helps us, show that the players that we have been working hard to fix all the important fixes that were needed, and now the game is actually pretty solid and works as intended. On the 1st of March, we have a catch-up What's Your Mod stream. Field of Glory 2 mod, that was a Game of Thrones mod that we're going to do yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And we've moved to next week because I don't know why exactly, but I think that's the change in the schedule that you guys were referring to. And again, I'm sorry for delays and things. More information, okay, then on Aurora update, Distant Worlds is releasing on the 2nd of March, so big update there. Coming up as the first big event. Then on the 6th of March, we have the release of Command Showcase's second episode, Ford Class. That's the big aircraft carrier, and you're going to play this. This is one of these bite-sized scenarios that we sell at I think 199 or 299. I don't know exactly the price, but it's going to release on the 6th of March, and you've got like full use of a specific unit with all the glitz and glamour of actually using that unit for specific purposes, with missions created around that unit. On the 9th of March, we had the Through the Mirror update for Master of Magic. As I said, lots of changes, lots of new content. On the 30th of March, we have the release of Oceania. I have to say this again. Oceania. This is like our own internal meme. And that's for the dates I can say. Other things happening in March. There's a big update coming for Flashpoint campaigns, as I was saying. There's the scenario editor. We don't know the date yet, the exact date yet, but there's the scenario editor release for Terran Command. Plus a new DLC for Distant Worlds 2. And Eric will tell you a lot more and the date when he streams on Tuesday next week. And on top, at the end of the month, hopefully, I think it's going to be the 28th, but the date has still to be defined. At the end of the month, the release of combat mission Battle for Normandy. So, as you see, we have been keeping ourselves pretty busy. Add to this all the different sales and updates, and also working on the new up and coming games. I think there's quite a lot of stuff there for everyone to enjoy. Why not the Battle for Italy? Ah, you just reminded me of the next of the other one, of the other combat mission World War II title that I was missing before in my list. Combat mission Battle for Italy is also as part of, I think it's actually the next one coming after Battle for Normandy. We have Battle for Italy, then Red Thunder, and then Final Blitzkrieg. I think this is the order. Again, I might be wrong, but this could be the order. I'm not 100% sure, but I promise I'll do my homework and come back with more realistic information. That's should be it though. Um, right. So the stream schedule, which I hope is going to be as accurate as possible this time now. After this, we have Kushan playing Command. I've seen Kushan popping up in the stream, so hello Kushan. Um, Tomorrow, big stream of games. We've got Swifter Than Eagles with Richard York. Of course, this is Field of Glory, Swifter Than Eagles, at 6 p.m. Then Das Tactic playing Master of Magic at 8 p.m. and Hexaboo playing Starship Troopers at 10 p.m. And thank you, Kushan. Yeah, you'll be previewing after this. You'll be previewing the new Showcase DLC, which is great. At least you give relevant information, not the stuff I give, which is like usually very very smoky and not very precise. So thanks for supporting me on that. And more streams we've got on Monday, Hexaboo Matrix Monday, so all war games. Playing Hexaboo playing Nuclear War Simulator at 4:15, and Strategic Command American Civil War War in the Americas, played by Gamer at 6:15. And on Wednesday, as I said, at 7 p.m., we have the catch-up stream of What's Your Mod? Filigree 2 mod Game of Thrones, played by Richard York. Should I get DW2 and Master of Magic? Well, I can't ask you to pick, so I'd say pick both. Yes, why not? I'd say just between you and I, if you have to pick both, just wait a couple of weeks. Wait a couple of weeks. Just I didn't say anything. Um, I didn't say anything. So I think this is it. If there's no more question, I think that we can see. I can tell you we see next week. One important thing, as you have seen in the past weeks, we've sort of structured this like the streams, as in on Monday we have the Matrix games, on Friday we have the Slitherine or the big Slitherine set of streams. We have the tea time newsroom on Monday around just after around tea time, so around 5 o'clock. So if you have a nice diary and you want to mark these dates, that we have structured the streams in a way that you can be organized. So if you're interested in specific things, you kind of know what's coming up. And so if you are interested in knowing more about the games and such, we're planning to do more like friendly chats with the community and such. So coming up about in March as well, we're going to experiment more about coming here and just popping up on Twitch and chatting and seeing you guys out there and answering questions, mentioning what's coming up in the strategy gaming world and so on. Not only our games, but in general. So when we see stuff like Company Virus releasing today, we're very interested. We're fans of the series. We want to know what's happening in the and if it's working and if people like it and so on. Because whatever they do, we might pick up some good ideas. Also, they're putting more players in the in the market and so on. So we're always interested in knowing what's happening in general. So great to see that so much buzz is happening around strategy games. And you're right, Captain Shack, a lot of stuff is happening in strategy games, real-time strategy, turn-based, city builders, management games. There's a lot of stuff happening. We are super excited about this new renaissance of the genre, and we're happy that we've been manning the niche for such a long time, and so that people are now able to jump in and say, hey, let's make a lot of money. But we're here, and that's great. I have to say that we started the year very, very well. Thanks for you guys for supporting us and making sure that we're still here talking to you and announcing new exciting things. I will hopefully see you next week, and you can go out and either buy some of our games or go and buy Company of Heroes 3 and enjoy some RTS, some good RTS. I will see you next week. Bye.